good evening, happy Saturday, and welcome to another episode of my Writing Corner. I am H.M. Barone, and it has been quite a productive day off for me. Yesterday ended an 8-day stretch, tomorrow starts a 17-day stretch, but I am hoping that from the 18th through the 21st, I will have a wonderful, productive 4-day vacation. So I'm trying to look at the positive side and not completely break down in the meantime. I went out with some girlfriends, just got back about an hour ago from a kayaking expedition. Moonlight kayaking on the Three Lakes, not too far from me. It was one of our group's first time kayaking, and she did a fantastic job. I was so proud of her. It was great to be able to see one of my girlfriends that I haven't seen since she moved almost a year ago. The other two that I get to see once every other month if I'm lucky, because we've all chosen different career paths, and so things have been turning out a little bit more different than we had originally anticipated, than they had, I'm sure. But you'll have to forgive me. My little shameless attention whore here has been demanding the pets and is trying to wreak havoc on my recording. I'm sure she will continue to flail her tail around the screen for the entire length of the time that I am recording. So, yeah, but anyways, kayaking. It was great because I got to, I kind of lagged behind as I had the brightest, most obnoxious LED lamp attached to my kayak in front instead of in the back, and yeah, water, mosquitoes, bright lights. That about covers it. So luckily I was able to not get eaten alive. I just ended up with them in my face, in my hair, in my eyes, my ears. But needless to say, it gave me some time to, do some writing in my head. Oh my goodness, I am so sorry. I'm not attractive in the first place, and then to be yawning is just gotta be hideous. But, like I said, yesterday was an 8-day stretch. End of an 8-day stretch. And, I woke up at 7 this morning. Took care of the dog, did his eye drops. Went and got my flu vaccine at 10. Picked up a little bit of almond milk afterwards. And met another old friend for lunch. She'd been in my dream last night, and wanted to let her know that I was thinking of her, and it was a perfect chance for us to reconnect and spend a couple hours visiting and catching up. And then I came home, changed, and headed out to meet my girlfriends for kayaking. Oh, and at some point between the waking up and the leaving to get stabbed in the arm, I did a little laundry, hung that out. So, good times. Productive day off. Wasn't really a day off, though. But that's okay. It allowed me to get a fair amount of listening done on my current audiobook, Prince of the Blood by Raymond E. Feist. It is the first in, I'm not sure which of his groupings, but it is the 5th book, I think, in chronological order, because I listened to the first 3 of the Riftwar saga, and then there was an interim one, Daughter of the Empire, which was really good. But anyways, if you like Tolkien, then I highly recommend Feist. He started writing, we'll say, early to mid 80s, published, and has a whole slew of books, and even addresses the whole time travel as well as the multiverse. It's really interesting, and even though it's mostly passively written, he had been doing this. He was doing that. He really engages you, especially with the ones that they have chosen to read the books. It's actually really great. But so I knocked a couple of hours out on that today with all of my driving and my errand running, and I have every intention of putting on the John Wick quadrilogy as soon as I get done recording this, so that I can upload it to my YouTube channel that hopefully y'all are liking and subscribing. But yeah, I am a shameless fan of Keanu Reeves. I have been ever since Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure when I was 9 years old. Now, granted, I didn't see it when I was 9. I saw it a couple of years later, but still have been a huge fan of his ever since. And I am super excited because on the 10th, pretty sure it's the final installment of his graphic novel Berserker will be arriving on my doorstep. So, yay for that. But like I said, shameless fangirl of Keanu Reeves, so of course I'm going to fall asleep watching his most recent quadrilogy. Gradually getting packed up for the vacation, the craft hobby retreat. But with all this overtime, I will most assuredly be able to finance it, as well as, my replenish my savings and all of that other fun, happy stuff. Be a responsible adult, pay my bills, all that good stuff. But I also started this week reading a book that a good friend of mine at my day job recommended, called The Unit. It was written by Nini Holmqvist. It's actually a really fascinating read. I'm about halfway through at this point. I have adult ADD, so I can only sit for short periods of time and do some reading before I have to get up, because my brain's like, oh my goodness, squirrel! But, yeah, so definitely getting my literature on. Plus, I'm still working on Storm of Swords and Sword of Destiny, and so yeah, lots of reading going on, and those are definitely going with me to the hobby retreat, because along with a bunch of my jewelry that I am hoping to repair. So, excitement, yay. What else? I, when I'm done with my work, at my day job in the evenings, I have been spending a little extra time on the notebook app of my phone, writing on the excerpts that had originally popped into my head, and just, writing every chance I get. So, as a writer, yeah. Plus promoting my books, I did a final episode for the season of Season 6 of my podcast, Writer Ramblings. I will include the link below if you are interested in hopping on. I have a wide-flung audience. But yeah. Plus, I am still doing my weekly writing for my world building blog, which I will also include the link to in the comment section below. What else? A couple of pages. I'm knocking out a couple of pages a day, slowly but surely, getting everything that I wrote on the hard copy into my computer, and so yeah, there's all of that. But what else have I been doing? I have been raging at Paramount Plus. I sat down and I watched the 2 seasons of the remake of MacGyver. Willful suspension of disbelief will only take you so far. And that particular show, more than strained credulity. Been watching the odd movie here and there, just celebrating the fact that the Writers Guild strike is over. So, yay, hopefully they have gotten a little bit more fair compensation, especially with all of these streaming services that have been popping up all over the place. I mean, these people, I can relate, have put a lot of their heart and soul into their work and deserve to be fairly compensated for every area in which their work is portrayed. My train of thought has been derailed, which has been happening more and more often. I have to apologize and admit. As my one resident says, old age. As if that explains it all. But, yeah, my day job has been influencing my writing in varying and sundry ways. My coworkers, or current relative lack thereof, have been influencing my writing. But, hopefully, next week, when I release my next episode, I'll be able to report that I've finished Chapter 2. I'm maybe almost halfway through. And if I'm knocking out a couple of pages a day, although I have plans for most of tomorrow before I go in for a short shift. But, anyways, hopefully I will be able to cheerfully report that I am on to Chapter 3. And I'm really hoping to be at least halfway through getting the hard copy put into the computer, so that I can just knock it out over those 4 days and use my jewelry making and reading and potential movie watching as well to distract me. But I have every intention also of taking my kayak and maybe going out onto their fishing lake or into the pond and just being able to clear my head that way too, because that's always fun. But I learned from tonight's incident that I'm better off maybe taking a string of solar fairy lights and just sort of wrapping them around my kayak that way. Ambient lights and a different color might be less likely to attract mosquitoes. But anyways, I'm tired. It's been a long day, and I still have a couple of more things to do before I can crash for the night. So I will thank you for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe, and have a great and safe week. Toodles.